Hi, this is the exacttrades.com Shakers report for July 29th, 2011. Yesterday's session started with a move up, looked pretty strong. I think people had hopes that we were going to get an approval on raising the debt ceiling. When it started to look like that wasn't going to happen later in the day, really had mostly selling coming down and closed lower. So possibly going to have another test of the support level down here. That's very strong support, and we're at an important price level right now. So the way I would play this is look for some selling down into this support level. If we fail this support, we could be looking at lower lows. I would stay on the short side. If we get a bounce off of this 129.60 area, that's higher highs and higher lows, then I would look to reverse and go more longs, probably late morning, early afternoon. So that's kind of how I would play this. If we open up higher and push over 131, then I'm probably going to stay more on the long side until we top out. Take that as you will. So let's go ahead and look at today's trades. We're going to start with the shorts first. We have Assured Guaranty Limited, that's AGO. You can see here that we're consolidating just over 14. Support's right around 14.13, but you're going to face stronger support at 14, and it's not enough profit for me in that little area. So I would prefer to take the short below 14. I would enter around 13.95. Look to take profit around 13.75 area, then leave part of your position open to try to test 13.50. I would not leave this open as a short swing trade. This is just for a day trade. I'm probably not going to have any short swings open over the weekend, just in case they do strike a deal. I think that we're going to have a big move up in the markets. I don't want to be short overnight or over the weekend. Next we have MCO, Moody's Corp. This was on the report for yesterday. We really wanted to see that break below 35. It was still pretty weak, but we just didn't get that break today. It didn't follow the market up with the rally. You see these previous tests here and then this consolidation area. So I really do think that if we can break this 35 area, we're going to have some pretty strong selling, possibly into 34, maybe even 33. So what I would do is take this short below 35, around 34.90. Look to take some profit around 34.50 area and then leave it open to test 34. If you get a break below 34, it could go into mid 33s and maybe even 33. You got some support here around 33.20 and down into 33. So that's optimum price target. Again, not going to leave this open over the weekend. Next we have Avis Budget Group, CAR. You can see here we broke below that support of the previous day's low, and we have support down at about 14.70, so there's still some pretty good money in this trade. You're going to want to take this short below 14.95, so right around there, and your first profit target is going to be around 14.80 to 14.75, and then leave a piece to come into this 14.70 area. So you're going to take a little bit of profit early, move down your stop, and then see if it can break below this 14.70. We may see even 14.50, but I still think it's a pretty good day trade on the short side. There's still plenty of money in this, and it's still looking pretty weak. It's not really at solid support yet. Next we have WLP, that's WellPoint Inc. Didn't really follow the market up much with the bounce. Still looking pretty weak. We're going to look for a break below the 68 level. Going to take this short around 67.85. We might face a little bit of support right here around 67.30, so be prepared to take profit. I know it's a little bit less than 1%. You're just going to want to watch it there. We might get a bounce. Also, if the market bounces at that time, it might hold up here at the support. Look for a break below this. Next profit around 66.85 to 66.75, and then leave a small piece to try to test this 66. In this 66 range, we should show some support there. Next we have GT, that's Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company. You can see here, really was looking for a breakout to higher highs, and notice this, that when they have a false breakout and a fail, they fail pretty hard. So everybody's jumping off the ship. This thing really sold down and closed near the lows of the day. So we're going to look for a continuation. Going to take this short below 15.60. First profit target's going to be around 15.40, and then leave a piece open to see if we can get down into 15. You're going to see some pretty strong support around 15, but still plenty of money in that trade. Next we have our longs. First is Teradyne, TER. Actually gapped down below support and then filled the gap. So it was kind of an exhaustive gap from this move down. Buyers came in here and bought it up against the market, and it didn't really correct much when the market sold off late in the day. So We're going to look to take this long over 1405. First profit target's going to be around 1420 to 1425, and then leave some of your position open to try to test this 1440 to 1450 area. So that 10-cent range, you could face some resistance, possibly into 1476, but I'm thinking right here is going to be a good target. Next we have BWA. We actually traded this yesterday during the day. It's a great long trade. Moved up above all this resistance level and almost broke out above the 52-week high, which is just over 82. So we're going to look to take this long over 82.15. Look for strong volume on the break. You can start with a small piece, see if it'll pull back, and then add to the position. First profit target's going to be at 83, and then I would keep some to see if you can push into 84 and above 84. So depending again on what the market does, if we get some strong buying or a push, or even if this shows some relative strength, if this moves up early and the market's selling off, then this is going to be pretty strong most of the day, especially if we break over that 52-week high, because you're going to trigger a lot of orders and we're going to move up pretty strongly through here. So again, take this long, 83 and then 84. I'm not going to keep this as a swing trade either. I want to probably be closed most of my positions going into the weekend. Next we have FTNT. It's Fortinet Inc. Really starting to round off on the bottom here. I think if we hadn't had the selling late in the day today and they hadn't had delayed the decision for raising the debt ceiling, I think we probably would have moved even higher on yesterday's session. So look for this to break up over 2040. I would take this long about 2045. First profit target's going to be about 2075, and then see if it can come into 21, possibly 2130. But really I'm looking for this 21 area to be pretty strong resistance. Next we have EW, that's Edwards Lifesciences Corp. Pretty big sell-off coming down off of 90 down into 72, starting to just now put in the bottom. Held up well against the market sell-off late in the day, so I'm looking to take this long. I would enter over 73.15. First target's going to be 74, and then leave a piece to see if you can go into 75 and possibly 75.25. Next we have Cameron International, it's CAM. You can see here we gapped up over resistance level and then rallied for most of the day and actually held up just near the highs of the day at the close, which is this resistance level back here from April. You know, late April we had this resistance right here at 55.30, 55.27 area. So we're going to look for a continuation day up, a break over 55.40. First target's going to be 56, so right around 1%. Leave a piece open. Could push into this 57.40 area, so I might take some off around 57 and then 57.40. Probably going to see some resistance here from these lows. You know, all this price in here is going to show you some resistance right in this area. So 57.40 is probably the top target I have for this. So that's the report for today. Good luck to you guys, and everyone have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.